life has literally almost eaten you apart. You're in shreds if you were envisioning it. I mean, your life is scrambled. Your life is all over the place and everything is messed up. And all you ever did was try to love everybody else. But in the process of loving everybody else, you forgot one important person, and that was yourself. You let life take advantage of you. You let it run over you. At what point does it occur that your life means something? Is it whenever you're on the ground ripped in shreds that you finally see that if you don't demand more out of life, you will always be defeated? Yes, that's where life met me, that made me ultimately decide that no more would I be a victim of these circumstances that I allowed. That in fact that I am the artist, and if I keep painting pictures to help everybody else and painting pictures to help everyone else get ahead but myself, I would always be behind. Unfortunately, being nice doesn't always get you what you really deserve and want. In fact, being nice is a way of saying, hey, take advantage of me, I'm right here. Because let me tell you, that is what it did. Sometimes we think we're doing other people a service by being nice. And let me say, there's many times that I used my niceness in a way that almost enabled people, okay? It's not the key. It's not going to get you the people you desire. It's not going to get you to be loved or validated. No, only you can do it. And it took me a long time to realize that the emptiness inside cannot be filled up with what's outside. It lies within. Nobody could fix that. Nobody had some magic freaking Band-Aid that's going to heal the pain. I didn't cause a lot of the pain in my life, but you know what? It was up to me to heal it. And I wasn't going to, how could I expect somebody else to heal it if I wasn't willing to go in my own wound and my own cut and literally heal myself? You know, I sat on this carousel of life, round and round and round, same pattern as it went around, and the same situation, maybe just a different face. Do you know how tired I got of doing loops and loops and never achieving? Each time saying this time will be different. No, nothing will be different till I was different. And I hit the spot of saying no more. Step 1, eliminating the extra opinions, meaning anyone that ever talks down to you in the future or in the past or in the present, you are going to walk away from. You're going to walk away from anybody that tells you who you are and it doesn't line up with who you are. You're going to develop your own opinion of who you are, not what the world told you. You're going to only accept what you say about yourself. And anyone that says different, you're going to walk away from. Because if they cannot support you, if they don't uplift you, if they are only there to tell you you're less than, you are going to immediately walk in the different direction. And believe me, I know if you've been living this way, you're going to have to walk away from just about almost everyone you know. Because let's face it, You've been this way for a while if you're anything like me. And when you make the decision, you need to forcefully go at that decision. You cannot have the naysayers around you. Would you rather be surrounded in people that bring you down? Or would you rather be isolated but safe and only conditioning the mind with things that grow you? Only conditioning who you are inside with what you say, not what the world says. This time is almost best spent in isolation. And if you were anything like me, it's going to demand it, because you're going to have to walk away from a lot of the life you once knew. This is your time to become the person you know you're intended to be. Step 2. You're going to use this time to go inside yourself and figure out who you are. And again, not what the world told you who you are, not what your childhood told you. No, what you see is true for your life. And you're going to find who you are by experimenting different things, finding new hobbies, finding what you enjoy, finding what you don't, figuring out what you like, what you don't, and doing it. I found art. Art for me was something that really helped build my confidence. I never knew I was good at it, and when I figured out I was good at it, I was proud of it. It was something I could say was mine, that I did on my own. It wasn't anyone else's. Everyone can do their own art. Everyone can be their own artist. And it was something that I literally could go to, and when I was feeling down, and it was like a boost in my day. You will start to find things that align with you. That you can basically say, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I love, this is what I don't. You're going to figure out who you are. And if people don't accept who you are, that's okay. But you don't abandon that. You stay true to who you are. And if it calls for you to walk away some more, you walk away. You don't ever let anyone tell you you're less than. Step 3. Learn what it means to have boundaries. And you can start by learning to say no. That it is perfectly okay to say no if you don't want to do something. You need to always make yourself number one priority. Because let's be honest, if you don't help yourself, you can't help anyone else. Learn to establish good boundaries and say no. Step 4. Learn to be comfortable in being by yourself. Learn to truly enjoy and take in those moments when you are by yourself. Use this isolation period to become comfortable. And by that, it means spend the day actually trying to love yourself. And by love yourself, I mean learn how to spend time with yourself. Learn to be your own best friend. Spend the day doing things that help you grow and learning, who you are, spending the time in that, and then taking time out to do things that make you feel loved for yourself, not somebody else doing it for you, for your own self, whether it is taking a long bubble bath and doing your own pedicure or spa type of thing, or taking yourself out to eat, or whatever it is. Find the time to make sure you're loving yourself and using that time for yourself and only you. The more you do it, the more you will actually grow to love and almost just desire and need it daily in your life. Step 5. If you truly want to change your life, you're going to have to realize that it's going to involve facing some of your biggest fears. Doing things that don't always feel very comfortable to you. If you want to be different, you have to try different. And I know that can be scary. But one of the most challenging things for me in that time was facing my fear, but it was also the most rewarding. And this is the time to really abandon what anybody else thinks, to literally just think about your goals. And I will tell you, the first few times you do something as in face your fear, whether it is showing someone a different side of you, or, a side that maybe you hid, or displaying some work that you're proud of, but you never in a million years would have showed people because you would have been too scared of their criticism or judgment. Despite what anybody says, whether they like it, whether they don't, whether they're quiet, whether they're not, this is the time to keep testing yourself. Keep pushing yourself, in those uncomfortable positions, because the more you do it, the more you jump out and really truly try to do that, the more you become more comfortable with it, to where it just doesn't even bother you to do that. It's just who you are. And just remember that it's not about what anybody thinks. This is only strictly for you. Like, this is for you. This is for building you. Because the more you jump out there and face your fears, and, you'll truly just become the person that deep down you've always wanted to be. Step 6, write out your goals. Make sure you always have a goal that you're going for, something you're working for every single day. And day by day, if you keep following through, you'll see yourself pushing closer to that goal. What it takes is just you being held accountable, you showing up every single day and saying, you know what, today I'm going to be the best version of me today. Tomorrow I'm going to be even better. Every day make it an intention to be better than the day before. And sure, you're going to have days where that doesn't happen, and that's okay too. Be willing to know that you have good days and bad days, but despite it, you're going to keep trying. You're not going to give up, and you're definitely not going to turn around, because there's nothing back there. Look at how far you've come, and just remember, you've already taken so many steps, and say there's no point. You cannot turn around now. You've done too much. Keep going forward, and I promise you will get there. Day by day, hour by hour, you are inching closer to exactly where you want to be. If you like this, please subscribe.